They said AI would replace you by now.
I think we'll be there in 3 to 6 months where AI is writing 90% of the code. And then in 12 months, we may be in a world where AI is writing essentially all of the code.
That's the CEO of Anthropic, and now it's a year later, and that hasn't exactly happened. But still, there are so many CEOs coming out and saying that AI will eventually replace developers. So it's hard not to believe, especially with all the AI hype. But between the hype and the late adopters of AI, there is a middle ground that we're seeing emerge. It's not just about what AI can do, but how we elect to use it. Does it actually make us faster, fix our problems, and does it make companies money? That's the big one. Or are we being lied to? So today we're going to talk about all of that. So let's get into it. We all know that the AI hype train originally started with the introduction of ChatGPT. The world was crazy about it. OpenAI had created a commercialized LLM that was easy to use and worked. Well, kind of worked. Soon after, new AI tools came out from other companies, each competing for attention. Now, a lot of these AI products were just wrappers that existed on top of LLMs like GPT or Claude.
Whenever the ChatGPT wrapper thing, and for anyone that doesn't know, it's like basically any piece of software that just like has ChatGPT doing all the work in the back end, and then you're just like the UX UI on the web for it.
But it literally felt like every single company was adding AI functionality, even if they didn't need to. And it worked, just a little. The wrapper phase created a facade that AI was everywhere. Not that most companies were just using the same exact LLM as everyone else, and covering it with a pretty UI. But once OpenAI made their models free, companies had no choice but to make their own LLM models. And they made some pretty crazy claims with these models as well. And there were multiple studies that came out showing that AI can beat human doctors or students in the LSATs or MCATs. It was way better at coding than software engineers, but it only showed a one-dimensional picture of the test results, without giving the full picture, like what's actually needed to diagnose a patient, or the human element of arguing a case in court or defending your client. So what started happening after all this AI hype was building? Well, CEOs decided that this was the next big thing. And not just the next big thing, but the thing that was going to replace all developers. So the CEO of Anthropic, Jensen Huang of NVIDIA, and even Satya Nadella told people that we were no longer going to have developers because of AI. How crazy is that?
ChatGPT can pass a GLUE level 3 programmer exam, and it will run pretty much on a MacBook or a phone.
And that's this year?
This year, right now.
Yeah.
There are no programmers in 5 years.
This led to a huge round of layoffs from multiple tech companies. And as you've been seeing throughout the years, we've just had layoff after layoff after layoff. There was mistreatment of software engineers and a ton of fear-mongering at these tech companies, and towards students that were majoring in computer science and about to start their life as software engineers. They were told that the jobs were drying up and there was nothing out there for them.
Imagine wasting 4 years of your life just to end up at McDonald's putting fries in the bag. A lot of people out here are getting laid off, and new grads, good luck to them. People from top universities, struggling. People who worked at FANG companies like Google, struggling. People with experience, struggling.
And this was the new reality for everyone because, of course, AI was going to replace us all. But that didn't exactly happen. Even when these shiny new things called AI agents came out.
Agentic capabilities.
An AI agent.
Agents.
Agentic workflows.
They could complete entire workflows using AI, kind of like how the cloud abstracted a lot of that networking stuff and manually configuring clusters and whatnot. You could do it all with a click of a button. Well, same thing with AI agents. So again, CEOs doubled down on AI is gonna replace us all, but it still didn't happen. And after some time, people realized that this is just hype. But what was actually happening behind the scenes was a disaster when developers were being replaced with AI by some companies.
A recent MIT report surveyed 150 business leaders and 350 employees and found that only 5 to 7% of AI implementations are generating significant value or immediate revenue increases. That means 93 to 95% of AI projects are failing to achieve measurable results.
And it was actually a disaster. Even though LLMs could output good enough code, it couldn't actually autonomously do things on its own. It couldn't index entire repos or deploy and monitor things. It needed that human element still. And even worse, suddenly all of these fake demos were coming out showing the capabilities of AI that weren't actually real. Like, for example, convincing people that AI had done 90% of the software engineering work when that wasn't actually true. So finally, the AI hype train started to show its cracks. and people were angry that it wasn't resulting what they thought it would, especially employees that were getting laid off in the name of AI and CEOs that had put hundreds of millions of dollars into investing in AI infrastructure or AI or LLMs. Even companies were losing profitability over the enormous expense of compute power needed to actually run LLMs for their product. It was insane, trust me. So if AI wasn't going to replace developers, what was actually going to happen? What is AI going to be used for? What's happening in reality? Well, now we're going to talk about that. Before we continue, I want to take a second to thank today's sponsor, Gauth. Gauth is your must-have study app that helps students elevate their learning and keep up that 4.0 GPA. They recently released the Study Converter, a tool that can turn your notes, lectures, and readings into an interactive study set with quizzes, flashcards, and summaries. So here are some of the cool features that it has. It has interactive flashcards, which are auto-generated from any study materials, practice quizzes, these are self-generated tests from your content, and TLDR summaries. And you can even turn long audio recordings, readings, and videos into smaller bullet points. Okay, so I'm going to show you how it works on my phone. You can open the Gauth and visit the Study tab, then select Get Started, and then you can choose from the options below. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of a binary search tree in Wikipedia and generate my study set that way. So it's really cool, you guys. It's created a quiz for me. It also has a summary of everything, and you can also go through flashcards and check to see if you're right or wrong about certain facts, and it even gives you the option for a hint. It's so cool. You can download Gauth for free and get instant help with any subject, STEM, humanities, even college level courses, not just computer science. They use industry-leading AI technology to give you accurate answers with detailed explanations. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the description below. Check it out. Now back to the video. So the reality was something in between. Instead of AI replacing developers, AI using developers, or developers using AI, were the ones replacing developers without AI. Basically, if you don't know how to use tools like Claude Code or GitHub Copilot or some of the many AI tools out there, then you'll start to become irrelevant.
A lot of programmers are really worried they will lose their jobs. How worried should they be?
30% of code now uses like AI generated suggestions or whatever it is. Now, across the company, we've accomplished a 10% engineering velocity increase using AI. I think hopefully for many engineers makes it even more fun to code, frees you up more time to create, problem solve, brainstorm with your fellow colleagues, and so on.
And that's the reality. AI is going to replace developers, but not AI as an entity, AI as a tool. Think about it. The amount of money and overhead it's going to take for companies to actually create fully autonomous AI bots to do the work of a developer is going to be far more expensive than people just using AI to do the work. And it's going to be way less complicated that way too. And in reality, these AI autonomous, all-knowing, all-seeing bots probably can be created to some extent. But again, if companies aren't going to make money quickly, what's the point of doing it? In fact, companies like Anthropic have actually increased their job openings on their site, if you take a look. The major difference is that software engineers just require a new set of skills now, and that sends a completely different signal. So the reality is a mix of what's being told on both sides, as is the truth of many things.
99% of my code is written using AI, and I try to use the latest models and tools as they are released. As I use these every day, I'm not seeing how they are replacing engineers. The way that I see things is that there are two main ways that I see myself and other people using AI. The first way is called vibe coding, when we're telling the AI to work on an app or a feature, and we don't look at the code at all. We let the AI handle all of the code itself. And the other way that I see people using AI is just regular software engineering. So like we tell the AI to generate the code, but then we also review the code to make sure that we understand exactly what's going on.
And this clip goes on to talk about how developers can be both. Vibe coding is important for creating things like MVPs or using them for side projects, but using AI and then manually reviewing and figuring out the architectural or system design aspect, that's for more enterprise work or just if you're working in a much larger scale company. And that's what companies are pivoting to with these grandiose claims of AI replacing developers. It's the AI using developer that will replace a developer. Remember, AI is the tool, and the engineers using these tools will be the ones on top. So that concludes today's video. I really want to hear your thoughts on the whole AI hype and AI replacing developers, so leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.